Hello. So this is episode 2. I hope you all had a good week and everything's doing okay. Last time I spoke to you, we were talking about, excuse me. Last time I spoke to you, we were talking about how to deal with fatigue in life, how to combat that, and also introducing this channel and what have you, things of that nature. Um, Today, I was thinking about a topic for this episode 2, over the past week, and it's been a pretty crazy week. Like just been doing stuff left and right, and I feel like I don't have time for the show today. But I wanted to put something in. I want to at least put some juice in, give some food for thought for y'all out there. Um, it was on the nature of friends, like your social life. So I think the main thing we have to consider here is that you have to know your friends. Pick your friends wisely. Really pick your friends wisely because they either go along with you for the ride and stay with in the passenger seat, or they go along with you for the ride and they kick you out of the driver's seat and they take your car. That's the way I see it. And I've noticed this week, I've been surrounded by many friends, but you have to know who are your friends and who are just people there simply to be there in your life. For example, people at work, I get this a lot. I hear a lot of people say this, and um, it's not really true when you think about it. Like people have work friends or people they see at work that they hang out with. If you only see them at work and hang out with them at work, they're not really your friends. They're acquaintances. In my opinion, if you hang out with them on weekends or off on weekdays, like when you get off, those are your friends. When you sit with them and you have deep conversations about life and what their interests are, you hang out a lot. And when I mean hang out, I mean you guys do things that the other party likes to do. Like, let's say one thing is going to go play tennis, go to the movies, go to the beach, go bowling, walk in the park, something like that. Those are going to be your friends in life. Those are your real friends. And who reciprocate that. That's the most honest thing. Don't put out so much for people who are not going to give back. Uh-uh. That is no way to live. That's naivety. Naivety in its finest. So you need to watch out who's your friend and who's not, and who's your enemy. Because sometimes the people who are not your friend aren't really your enemy, but they can be if they do interrupt your goals in life. If they don't align with your goals in life, and they're actually starting to become a pediment to those goals in life, mm-mm, mm-mm, not your friends, not your friends. There's someone in the way. Now I don't say drop them. I don't mean drop people who aren't your friends and say, "Well, you're not my friend. I can hang out with you." Be nice to everyone. Always be nice to everyone. I'm thinking about that because I'm thinking about my own week and how that went. Was I nice to everyone who wasn't my friend this week? I hope so. I really do hope so. As human beings, we have to think about the consequences of our actions. And you see, friends are tricky because society likes to put it like you need a friend, like you absolutely need one. And to some degree, you do. It's nice to have a healthy community and a healthy outlet to other people you can go to for advice and to hang out with and to have fun, to experience the joy of life with other people. However, we can get it misconstrued very easily that we need a lot of friends, that quantity is greater than quality, which is utterly false. Mm-mm, not at all. Not at all. Because it, you don't really need friends in the sense. You can be your own best friend. I was always a champion of that, and I still am today. You can always be your own best friend. You can always do what you want to do, find hobbies, find a trade, build yourself up, be successful. Now, it is nice to hang out with other people who think like that, who think like you, who rationalize like you, and it's fun to hang out with people like that. However, if your only goal of life or the object that you desire is to hang out with people like that, then you're missing the point. Because you need to build your life. You hang out with other people, there may be a reciprocal action, but it's not strong enough as if you were on your own. So when you have friends, be sure to take some time for yourself to develop. It's good to hang out with friends, but you can't hang out with friends all the time. There needs to be some you time. There needs to be, or else there's no development at all. It's just always with the group, always with the gang, doing some stuff. What about your job? What about that certification you're working on? What about school? I don't know. What about your marriage? This is a bunch of things. Relationships. Yeah. That's why I always tell my friends like it's gonna suck when one of us gets married because we all know what's gonna happen. We're gonna devote more time to the marriage than our friends, and that's true. Yeah, you have to. A marriage between a man and a woman, I believe, would take more effort to hold together than friendships between guys because it doesn't take much with guys. And I'm only speaking on the guy part here because I'm a dude. I don't know how y'all ladies work with it. I don't know, but I would assume it would be similar. You know, I think it would be a disservice for a woman to go hang out with her friends more than she would her husband. Same thing with a husband to go out with his friends more than he would his wife. So be careful who you spend time with. And if you do find people you want to spend time with and they are good people, know how to ration that time. Time management, as I said last episode, time management is key. Weekends, maybe one or two times a week, maybe one or two times every other week, things like that. Doesn't mean you can never contact them. We have phones nowadays, people. We could use phones. Don't be afraid to text someone you want to talk to. And that's another thing. This generation, I say that and I'm part of that generation, but this generation doesn't know how to like act. They don't know how to keep a conversation, hold a conversation. And I've seen with my own eyes. Like, text that girl. Text your friend. Go hang out with them. You're not being awkward. You're not prying. You're asking, hey, do you want to hang out Friday at 7? I don't know. Hey, I like you. I think we should go out. Do that. A lot of these, a lot of the social part of life is initiation. You can't, you cannot sit around in life and wait for people to become your friend. If you want friends, that's a big one. If you want friends in life, let's say you want friends, right? You want to form connections with people. Then are you going to sit around all day and just wait for people to come to you while you're at work, while you're on the way home, while you're at the mall, at the store? If you want to make friends, go out, reach out, and touch those people, tug on their hearts. I don't know, invite them out somewhere. People say, "Oh, that's strange." I'm like, now when you want to make friends, now when you want to make friends, it's not strange. If you really want to foster connection with someone, start a good conversation. Make sure you guys connect. And if you don't go for it. Try again. You're gonna get people you're not gonna connect with. It's life. But if you want a friend, go for it. Search. Search like a fox would his prey. I mean, it's not a prey, but you know, like I just that's what I don't understand about people. Is that they don't chase that. They just stay alone all day. Like if you want a friend, go for it. If you don't want a friend, stay inside. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You can't just sit around all day and say, "Well, no one's asking me to be their friend." Come on, man. Not how it works. But yeah, it seems more like a rougher episode than I usually film because I gotta go soon. But also, it just came off my mind, so sorry if it comes off like that. But I stress this a lot because people have been betrayed by friends when they weren't really your friends in the first place. So you have to know what a friend is in order for you to make one. You really have to know, or else you're just getting yourself in trouble. So Let's recap here, just for my own understanding. Know who are your true friends and who are not. And if you find your true friends, ration that time accordingly to your schedule. And three, if you want to make new friends, you should have the desire to go out there, be unafraid, be brave, whatever you call it, and talk to these people. What do you have to what do you have to lose? So someone reject that's a big one. What do you have to lose? Because what if they reject you? You have nothing anyway. You have nothing. Nothing. You'll just be back to square one. You try to get to square two and you're already at square one, you're back to square one. That's nothing. It's x equals 0. 0 kilometers traveled. That's it. And friends aren't the end of the world. If you don't make any friends, it's not the end of the world. There are people in history, countless people in history who haven't had friends, who've done their work and lived a fine life. I think we just get so caught up in the craze nowadays because friends have access to things that we don't have. And sometimes we think that the thing that they have access to is fun in itself. Mm-mm. You don't have fun by having friends. You have fun by having fun. You, you don't need anyone to have fun. You can have fun by yourself. It's not a limited party of two option. You could have fun by yourself, doing what you love. You don't need people. Doesn't mean you have to be bitter towards people, but we really misconstrue that nowadays. That in order to have fun, there must be a large group of people. As I said, quantity does not supersede quality. Not at all. I could have fun playing video games with myself 24 hours. I could have fun playing music. I could have fun writing. I could have fun reading. It's just I don't need someone. It's nice to have someone to share that with, but that is not where the center of my enjoyment lies, is with other people. And I think we should all get to that point where we appreciate those who are in our life that bring us joy, that allow us to share our joy with them, but we do not idolize them and we do not depend on them for our happiness. Now, once we get to that point that we appreciate the things that we have, but we don't depend on them, I think we'd be much happier people. People, we really would be much happier people. Because it's sad to see the state of the world today, where everybody's grabbing on the next big thing. They're doing the next big thing. They're always in a grind, whether that be women, money, influencers, likes, followers, content, and just the filtering of information. It's all filler. It's that's a lot of life and a lot of friends, by the way. When you make social connections, they're going to be very filler. Like Like, have you ever watched a show and there's filler information, there's filler episodes that, they're not really part of the main storyline. They're just there to be the filling between the two pieces of meat. Like, come on, you want the meat, you want the bread and the butter of the show, and then they give you the filler because they didn't come up with any ideas. You're gonna find friends like that. You're gonna find friends that are just there to be there in that little portion of your life, and they'll act like it too. I'm not saying they're NPCs or anything of the sort, but they're definitely gonna act like filler. Like you're not supposed to be there long type filler. That's how you know you're transitioning out of another phase in life. Is when the people that you meet in the intermediate phase, which you don't know is the intermediate phase, it's the phase that comes up now. You're in the present. Let's assume hypothetically, those people you try to bond with are not just they're not there. They don't see you everywhere around you. That's a filler stage. Now, what I do find interesting is that if that stage prolongs, it's not a filler phase. Unless you did something that contributed to the phase that makes it unnecessarily long. Like there's some people who can't get out of dead end jobs. Would that be considered filler? Would that be considered like a development, an arc in itself? I don't know. That's a very good question actually to pose that. If you guys want to figure out, you can answer that for yourselves in the comments. I have no idea. If you're in a stage in life where the people around you are very non-responsive, you don't feel like you're in the right place, and it's prolonged over a long period of time, is it filler or is it essential? Well, that's actually, I wouldn't use essential because filler is essential. You're going to need some filtration in your life. Everything can't be the main topic. Impossible. And that's not even how books are written. So how do you think life is going to be written? Not like that. So is it filler or is it the main story? Hmm. It's a very good question to ask. I'd assume more of the wise people out there would know the answer to that question because I don't. Okay, so we covered know who are your true friends, who are your fake friends, who are really just acquaintances. Know how to spend know how to split your time with those friends who are true. You don't need friends to be happy. And if you want friends, then go out and get them. Make that initiative. And then five, a lot of friends are going to be just filler. They're going to be just simply put there to be a person. That is sad when you think about it. That a lot of people you can't really forge a connection with because of today's world. People have their eyes on so many different things, and you can't connect with people like you used to back then, man. You really can't. It's starting to become more unrelatable. The unrelatability of life. Oh, that okay. That's a good segue. That'll be for a future episode. There's a lot to cover on that. But regarding friends, guys, like even me, don't consider me as a friend. I'm just a screen. I'm a screen proposing information to you that you may or may not follow, and that is fine. That's your decision, and I respect that. But aside other things, to end this off, um, I hope you guys had a good week. I really do. From the last time we talked, it's been a crazy week for me. Crazy in a good type of way. I'm happy. You know, can't complain. But I want you guys to hold steadfast to my words. You know, that's the whole goal of this channel. Actually, it's like I'm not trying to be a preacher or a teacher or anything of that sort. It's an outlet to get my ideas out of. Because I usually write my ideas out, but I feel like recording it would be much more suitable for audiences, especially younger audiences out there who need it a lot nowadays. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys take my words to heart. You know, that you could utilize this. I always want to say things and speak of information that can be utilized. It has to have some practical use. There's no point of saying something if I can't use it. Like if it's just semantics, I need something I can apply. This is how I personally see things in life. So I like to give the same things to you. Um, Friends are only as good as you make them, you know. And if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Those 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 sayings are really integral, and I think we've lost that. We need to bring that back as a society because then we think everybody's a friend, and that's not the case. You're going to have enemies out there. You're going to have people who either are just obstacles in the way, who don't know they are, people who deliberately put themselves in your way because they want to be your friend and they want to block your goals in life. And then you're going to have people who are the real gems, man, who see what you have and say, I believe in you because nobody else did. I'm going to give you a chance because I want to. Those are the real friends who seek after you like a lion in the wilderness finding its prey just to be there, not only for the ride, but for your soul because they want you to do better in life. And thankfully, I've had very few friends like that, so that's how I know they exist. I only had like one or two friends like that, and I still know them to this day. And it's life changing, man. You know, you have someone that sees the world not exactly as you do. It's not a robot, and it's not a clone of you. It would be no fun if it was just clones on the planet. But someone who has a different perspective and understands yours. You don't find that, man. You don't. Not even some of our parents are like that, or brothers, or siblings, grandparents, uncles. Not even. There's a stronger chance they might be because they're raised in the same family as we are, part of the same blood. But that doesn't mean that they understand. Like that's why friendship is so. It really is groundbreaking, because if it's from a family, it's understandable. Similar living situations, similar genetics, can cause psychological processes to become similar. However, friends is just the definition of friends is groundbreaking. Two people from seemingly different worldviews in different locations in life come together and forge a bond and ride with each other. They just go down for the ride and say, I'm here with you, man. I'm here wherever you go. That's that's wild. It's crazy. And we need to bring that back, man. We need to be more genuine like that. But yeah, um, sorry for a lot of the mispronunciations today and the stuttering today. I didn't drink water before this, so it's gonna be a little rough, but you know, it's YouTube. I don't take it. I don't have such a high standard for it. I am here to talk. I'm not here to edit and make it look pretty because conversations aren't pretty. They're not movies. They're not TV shows. They're not what you see in popular culture media. This poetry just uttering from my lips. Now it's gonna be broken. It's gonna be shattered, and you have to put the pieces together to find out what I'm really saying. That's how conversation works. But yeah. Thank you for watching today, guys, and I hope you have a great upcoming week. I know for I know that Christmas is coming up. For the people in the U.S., it's a big thing. Yeah, I don't know how the other people in the rest of the world are celebrating, but whatever your holidays or birthdays or whatever's coming up, it could even be something happy, something tragic. Um, I hope you get through what you're going through, and I think the most important thing is to maintain your joy through it. Don't let whatever's going you're going through eat you alive. It's not worth it. You are stronger than the events you will go through in life. That's why they're there. Because you were made for so much more. We're all made for a purpose, and our purpose shatters anything that stands in our path. I honestly believe that. If if it were not so true, we would have died at childbirth because of the biological requirement to sustain life outside of the womb. It's hard to be a baby. It's hard to be a teen. It's hard to be an adult. It's hard to be a senior. You know, everything's got its challenges, but by overcoming one challenge, it sets a pretty it sets a pretty high probability that we're gonna fight those other challenges and destroy them, utterly destroy them. But yeah. See, I have a hard time saying bye, so give me a second. I hope you guys take my words to heart. And I honestly, I do mean it for the betterment of everyone. I do. At least of everyone watching, but whoever watches in the future, even. Maybe when this video is likely still on the web, 200 years after I'm dead. I don't know. I don't. I'm just guessing the time. However long this stays on the internet, whoever watches this, there's a purpose. Whatever you're going through, whatever's happening in the world at the moment, you were there. You were there, and you are there for a specific purpose. You were put there at a specific location, time, date, and circumstance to be there. You have something you can contribute. It may not be something on a large scale. It could be on a small scale. Whatever scale is fine because anything helps. anything. And like I said, with friends, if you want to start change, if you want to make that change, you have to initiate it. You have to go out there and make that move that nobody else is willing to do. Fellas, even with the girls, if you want to find her, you ask. Do not wait for the right time. That is a bad, bad decision. Because someone with the guts is going to come up to her first and take that right time away. Ladies, with the guys, do the same thing. If you like him, go up to him and ask him out. Go up to him and ask him out. There's no problem with that. Guys love it. Tell him how beautiful he is. Fellas, tell her how beautiful she is. And those people who are lonely out there, go out and make a friend. Go out and find someone. And if you get rejected, if you lose sight of your way, if you're unable to do it, remember that you have the strength of me, of everyone who wishes you good luck in this world. You have the strength of humanity on your side, of what we accomplished. That's all living through you. It's all living through you. The Industrial Revolution, World War I, World War II, everyone. And let's say you're from a country where we didn't even participate in that. You have all of your ancestry and your line into you. You are the culmination of that. Use it. Use it. Because you only get one chance in this life. You don't get a do-over. Be wise. Be wise. All right. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great week. And remember, we're the goats. We stick together. Okay? Okay, that was cheesy. I'm not going to do that. We stick together. Remember, make some friends. Make true friends. Know how to spend time with them. Know when to spend time with them. And know that you don't need them to be happy. It's a privilege to have a friend. It's a joy to have someone to share those experiences with. Treat them like you would any other thing. Don't abuse them. Don't use them for everything you want to do. Hang out with them all the time. Because it's those little moments where you hang out every now and then. That's when the spark comes out. That's when the connection is made. Because you're going to lose that spark with them if you hang out with them all the time. You need to have time for yourself. You need to have time to recharge. I think that's enough said. I hope my words were helpful this evening. Sorry that the beginning is going to be a little rough because I don't know what to say. But as I said, this is all improvised. So yeah, that's the best I got. And yeah, I told you I have a hard time saying goodbye, man. I really do. I really do. Oh my gosh. But I love you guys. You guys are cool. You know, I dig y'all, whoever that may be. The haters and the people who love me. I mess with y'all. Y'all are cool. See, this is why you have the mouse here, so I can stop recording. All right. See, I'm gonna do that. Oh my gosh, that's such a sick design. I'm gonna do that. Oh, that's fire. Okay, I got to be going. So hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'm gonna come out with episode 3 when I can, and I think this one will be called um, on the subject of friends. Yeah, or something relating to friends, of that matter. I'll come up with it. Don't worry, that's my job. You're fine. You just have to watch. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good week.